Tobacco, finding high tobacco prices everywhere.
Captain, I could just kiss you.
Oh, no.
Oh, brother.
Tobacco Bar, Nogales Highway, just south of Valencia. Check tobaccobartucson.com.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care and a community of grateful Wildcat fans as we say thank you and congratulations to Coach Lloyd and our Arizona Wildcats on a record 36 wins, Big 12 championship, and a trip to the Final Four. Thank you for another great year. For nearly 6 decades, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care has been an official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics. We've seen a long history of Wildcat teamwork and excellence. And we know Arizona drivers are counting on that same kind of service for their car's next championship drive to work, school, or back home again. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care will be there with affordable tires and award-winning service at 14 area locations. This month, we've got an entire page of online savings for Wildcat fans. Check out jackfurriers.com/bear-down and save up to $140 on the tire brands you love, like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal, and even more championship savings on automotive service. Stop by, call ahead, or make an appointment online. We're ready to help. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy.
Wow, Charles Barkley?
I just moved into the neighborhood. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi?
Yeah, sure, Chuck. That's what the Capital One Cafe is here for. Open 7 days a week at most locations.
Oh, can I use your ATM? My dog walker only takes cash.
Anything for a neighbor.
Can I try the catchphrase?
Sure, take it for a spin.
There's no fees and minimums on Capital One checking accounts.
Nice, Chuck. I'll take it from here. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com/bankguide for details. Capital One and name member FDIC.
At the Home Depot, we have all your appliance answers. And with Spring Black Friday savings, you can get up to 40% off, plus free delivery on select brands like GE Profile. Simplify your day and get the GE Profile all-in-one washer dryer with a quick 90 minutes wash and dry time. Now available in multiple color options. And a fridge with hands-free autofill that fills your cup perfectly while you prep for your day. Shop Spring Black Friday savings and get free delivery on appliance purchases of $998 or more right now at the Home Depot. Offer valid April 9th through April 29th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
This is a Westwood One Sports.
All right, Mobile's ready. About a minute and a half.
Serious trouble. The Lakers won Game 2, 101-94, and take a 2-0 commanding series lead. And this is with Kevin Durant playing last night. Game 3 is Friday night in Houston. The pressure is mounting on the Rockets. With the Lakers missing 2 of their top 3 players, this will be an epic disaster if the Rockets lose this series. I'm Chris Black.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, let's talk some Arizona basketball here. The Wildcats getting back to the Final Four for the first time since 2001. And this young man had a great seat to see it all. His name is Mobile Mawad. He was one of the red shirts on this year's team, and he joins us now. Mobile, appreciate you taking some time to join us. First of all, how would you describe your first year playing in this program here at the University of Arizona?
Oh, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you guys for having me on the show. I'll say it was one of the best experiences I've had in a long time. You know, probably a top 5 experience in my life. that was pretty cool. Just seeing how far, we got down the tournament. Yeah, with, my teammates and coaches. That was pretty cool.
All right, so let's go back just from the beginning. You get here during the summertime. You start training with some of these guys like Motias Krivas and Toby Awaka and your fellow freshmen out there, Sidi Guy. What were you learning? What were some of the things you were learning about what it takes to play basketball here in the United States and at this level?
We just taking like a lot of the key, things you can see is like the physicality of it, Big 12 is a physical league. You need to be physical, which means you need to be strong. Just seeing that and basically just the intelligence, like, the work behind the scenes that goes into, these games, before we're out there performing, from the scouting reports, to the film sessions, taking care of your body right, to just like, asking questions from the coaches, on how, you can improve and get better. So, yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot that I learned. Just, sitting on the sideline.
Mabil Mawat joining us, redshirt freshman forward for the Arizona Wildcats. You mentioned getting bigger, getting stronger. How did you take to Coach Rounds and all the strengthening and conditioning? And had you ever worked out like that for basketball in your life?
No, I'll be lying if I said I did, but, it was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was really pretty cool, just, seeing, like, the work that goes into, all these things. But, yeah,
so
pretty cool.
How much stronger do you think you are now to when you got here?
A lot more stronger, to be honest. I went through a season playing against Stove more and core every practice, so I'm pretty confident I got stronger somewhere or the other.
Mabil Mawut
is coming down here.
There you go. Mabil Mawut joining us here, Arizona Wildcats redshirt freshman guard. So Mabil, you got a program that you've started. It's from the Nile to the world, building futures through basketball, trying to get resources to some of the youth in your home country of the South Sudan. How did this all come about?
Sure. Thank you. Children now, is an initiative I've been, thinking about for a while now. Just being in this position, playing for University of Arizona, I'm blessed, more than blessed, just being in this position and just, simple gesture of like me giving back to community, like through, like, for example, the Shooter Nations that I'm going to be doing right now, where I'll collect these shoes, send them back home to, the kids. Hopefully, I hope this like brings change, hope, and positive impact, in their lives, knowing that, they can achieve anything and they can, anything is possible.
And it's not just obviously you're starting with the shoe drive and maybe to get other types of equipment, but how do you want to grow this? You want to grow this to camps and those kind of things for kids back home?
Yeah, sure. Our program is, is 3-in-1. We have, like, of course, the first one that was the basketball camps and clinics that we hope to hold, multi-day basketball camps and clinics for the boys and girls, where they'll, be equipped with these skills of, basic skills of basketball fundamentals, leadership on and off the court, and, just like giving them, the joy of the game, like the joy the game brings, to people, unifying people. Our second program is, like the mentorship and leadership program, where we'll assign, these youths with, some of these mentors that have success in their different, parts of walks of life, where they will instill, discipline, they'll instill character, and, just, give them hope that, they can, achieve anything they want to achieve. And lastly, we have the community and youth development program, where we hope to, leave long-lasting impact in these communities that we're going to serve, through, like, for example, the basic shoe donations that we're going to do through gear drives. In the future, we look to, have infrastructure development down along the line. And, just, building leaders, who are confident, who have skills and want to lead a young nation, that's South Sudan.
Mabil Mawut is our guest, Arizona Wildcats basketball redshirt freshman forward. How would you describe, Mabil, how basketball was introduced to you? What do you remember about the first time you learned about basketball and why you fell in love with it?
Honestly, it's, my big brother, my oldest brother, he's called Mabil too. He used to, when we was back in Uganda, he used to play a lot of pickup basketball by the local international university that was close home there. That had a basketball court that people used to play outdoor activities there on. So yeah, it just started from him telling me, "Yo, come watch me play pickup." To me going and watching him, from the sidelines, I end up going on the court, just playing around. Actually even playing with pickup with him. And I remember him telling me, I feel like you can do something special with this. Just gotta keep your head down and just keep working.
So wait, now your older brother, his name is Mabil too. So how did your mom navigate that? Did she call you something else growing up?
Yeah, I would say that back if I'm to directly translate what they call that back home, they'll call him Mabil Big and I'm Mabil Small.
Oh wow, okay, that's easy.
Yeah, but if you say it in my language, it's Mabil Dit and Mabil Tay.
Wait, say that one more time in your language.
If you say it's Mabil Dit, which means Mabil Big, and then Mabil Tay, that's Mabil Small.
Okay, there you go. And now, are there any other younger brothers younger than you that go by Mabil too?
Yeah.
So what is
I have two younger brothers.
You're the
youngest.
youngest.
Two younger brothers. They're called. I have two younger brothers. It's called Corn and Qual.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're the only two Mobils in the family.
Okay, there you go. How many siblings total are there?
I'm from a family of 7. I have 3 sisters and 3 brothers.
Okay, so 3 sisters and 3 brothers.
Yes, sir, and then me.
Now, are they all are they all living back in the South? Do Sudan? Do any of your other siblings live here in the United States?
No, they all my family lives back in South Sudan. It's only me out here.
Wow. So how is that for you, being so far away from home and your family?
Like every other kid, it's pretty hard. But if you know why you're doing it and the reason behind it, I kind of picked that up early when I was younger, growing up, knowing that I hope to bring positive change to my community. So it was just kind of, I try to stay in contact with my family as much as I can, through FaceTime calls, WhatsApp calls, text, every chance I get.
Now, how do you try to keep connections to home? I don't know, are there other students from the South Sudan that are at U of A? Have you connected with any folks outside of basketball, just regular students? Is there any type of community there of students from that part of Africa?
Yeah, it's pretty diverse here at U of A. I've met a couple guys that are actually from South Sudan.
Okay.
That I actually got to connect with. We be talking. We play basketball together. We go hang out together sometimes. But yeah, it's been pretty cool. Just keeping that having a chance to speak my mother tongue again. With foreign line, it's pretty cool.
childrenofthenile.org is the website if you want to go and get involved. How close? So obviously the Nile is the long river there. Have you sailed the Nile? Have you swum in the Nile? Are you familiar with it?
Yeah, I've swum in the Nile a couple of times. I've swum there a couple of times. That was pretty cool. Yeah, so the Nile crosses. It's in context, that's the longest river in the world, and it crosses South Sudan. That's just the River Nile itself. It brings a lot of hope to the people. It's a source of food, a source of water. It brings a lot of people together back home there.
Children of the Nile equips underprivileged youths in South Sudan with resources, mentorship, platforms they need to dream beyond their circumstances and to act on those dreams. When you look at maybe the future, Mabil, do you think that, are there other young men playing basketball that are coming? Are there other young men who have seen you come over here and obviously you'll begin to play next year and they'll see your success and they'll want to come? Is this the start of a pipeline of young men from the South Sudan who we might see playing basketball here in the United States?
Yeah, like I always say, talent is everywhere. It's just that opportunity is not, us, doing this small gesture of donating shoes, you providing an opportunity to a child, and giving him that hope. So yeah, down the long, of course, it's a lot of really good players out there that just need an opportunity, and it can just be an opportunity just as small as a shoe, it goes a long way. It changes, trajectory of, for example, how it changed, trajectory of things on my end. So I feel like, that same impact can, happen to dozens of kids back home there.
Who was your hero? Obviously you mentioned your brother, you looked up to him, but was there a player, a college player, an NBA player that you looked up to and said, yeah, I want to be like that guy?
Going from South Sudan, who was looked up to, Luol Deng. He's been he's really had a big impact on, South Sudan basketball youth, in general, from even just his charity, Luol Deng Foundation, that literally does almost the same thing, helping, kids back home, give them an opportunity to, to dream and, have hope, in the future. But yeah, Luol Deng has really left a long-lasting impact, and kind of motivated me to, also start my own thing too. But yeah, it goes a long way with him.
Have you had a chance to meet Luol Deng?
Yeah, I met him. I used to meet him a lot when he used to come down at the NBA Academy in Senegal. He used to always come visit me and my friend Kamal Malwach down there.
Yeah, Kamal Malwach. He's obviously doing his thing now in the NBA with the Suns. What'd you think of he played 30 minutes in that one game down the stretch and had a big block at the end of the ball game. I know you had to have been proud of that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, like seeing him, go through his NBA journey. That's pretty surreal. It's amazing. I love that for him.
So
there's a lot more to come for him too.
So what are you working on now? What are these months? Season's over. You've had a few weeks to kind of dial down from the season. Are you back working out now? Are you still kind of taking a break to finish the studies? And how has all that gone? How have your studies gone this first year? And what are you hoping to work on this summer to best position yourself to get minutes next year?
I'm still going to class like every other student. And yeah, I started my workouts like last week. We started working out again, working on, I'm still keeping the weight room. I still need to keep getting stronger. And, the basketball court, it's just keep getting better on the skills that I need to, bring to the table, when the team needs to, when the team asks for, just like basic basketball skills. Yeah, I'm just going to keep working on those, keep getting better on those, and, give myself every chance to have an opportunity to be on that floor.
There we go. Well, we'll look forward to the journey, Mobile. And again, it's childrenofthenile.org. Head on over there. You can donate. Folks can donate to help this cause for Mobile to get basketball shoes and other equipment back to his community and children in his community in the South Sudan. Mobile, looking forward to the continuation of your journey here at the University of Arizona. And any way we can help with this cause, please let us know.
Yeah, sure. Saturday too. Saturday at the football spring showcase.
Okay.
You can bring some new or gently used shoes. I'll be there from 4:30 to 6 p.m. at Gate 3. I'll gladly be happy to receive your donations in whatever form, and it goes a long way.
All right,
Gate
3 at the stadium on Saturday for the spring showcase. Folks can bring, like you mentioned, new or gently used. I like that term, gently used shoes to donate to the folks, to the youngsters of South Sudan. Mobile, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the opportunity.
Mobile Mawoot, University of Arizona, redshirt freshman forward. Looking forward to seeing what's in store for that young man right there, already trying to make a difference back in his home country of the South Sudan. DK on the sports tip, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. We're going to talk to George Maurice coming up in the next hour. He's got there's some really new cool cards that are coming out that include your Arizona Wildcats men's basketball players. We'll get involved with him and chat a little bit about that. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
For the Cruz & Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Eastbound I-10 Tangent Road off-ramp still closed through May the 1st. Travel can utilize Marana, Apple Valley, or Twin Peaks off-ramps instead. Maintenance work will be going on the Golf Links Bridge at Patana Wash near Camino Seco. Travel restrictions in place 24/7 while they work on one side of the bridge at a time. Should be done by the end of June. For your weather, still at 88. We'll be there for the next hour before we eventually hit about 73 at 9 p.m. I'm Dragon Ball with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
Around Tucson, you've probably seen Cruz on the road across our community. Because Cruz isn't just another law firm, we care about this community. And when one of our own is injured in an accident, we can help. Call 520-567-8000. Cruz & Associates, a firm you know, help you can trust.
This report is sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Switch to Liberty Mutual, and they'll customize your auto and home insurance so you only pay for what you need. Why pay full price when you can customize and save? For more information, visit libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
The success you've had in life matters. The late nights, the extra shifts, the moments you've stood up and said, I've got this. At University of Maryland Global Campus, we value your achievements because we're a school for real life. With UMGC, you can earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's for prior learning and relevant life and work experience, or transfer up to 12 credits toward a master's. We offer scholarships, affordable tuition, and online and hybrid classes, all with the support you need from your first day to graduation day and beyond. As an accredited state university, we've been transforming lives for over 75 years. Choose from more than 135 undergraduate and graduate degrees and certificates, and get ready to succeed again. At UMGC, success is yours for the taking and the making, and nothing should keep you from it, especially not an application fee. Apply now and we'll waive your application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
The garage is more than a place to park your car. It holds prized possessions, and for most, it's a bustling entryway to the home. That's why LiftMaster designed the first ever opener with a built-in wide-angle camera and two-way audio, so you can see what matters and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by MyQ for smartphone control. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
Supplier pricing is happening right now at O'Reilly Chevrolet during Truck Month. That means big savings across our lineup. Take up to $4,000 off the 2026 Colorado, up to $5,500 off the 2026 Silverado HD, and up to $10,000 off the 2026 Equinox EV. Supplier pricing is going on right now, so don't miss your chance to save. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or visit O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think first chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
For over 40 years, Tucson has been putting its trust in First Chiropractic for auto and on-the-job injuries. They're locally owned and a proud sponsor of the U of A radio broadcasts. So if you've been injured, make the right choice. First
Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
So, what is it that scares you the most?
The blue trucks from Essential Pest Control, Doctor. They leave bugs belly up.
I use one of those national companies.
Thanks, Doc. Those guys don't scare me.
Spring is bug season. Go blue with Essential Pest Control. We'll eliminate those bugs, bees, and termites. Buy local and stop paying too much with those national providers. Essential Pest Control is a bug's worst nightmare.
I can't sleep at night.
Essential Pest Control. Call 866-3029. That's 866-3029. Or visit essentialpest.com.
So hot. Hi, can I help you?
Good afternoon. We're with Goodfellas AC Rapid Response Team.
But I didn't call yet.
That's how fast we are, man.
Just as I thought. This AC is out.
No, we're not gonna lose it. Come on. Come on. Don't you die on me.
Johnson, get a hold of yourself. Sorry, we take this very seriously.
Wow, you fellas are good.
It's not just a name, ma'am.
It's who we are kind of thing.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
If your yard is the talk of the neighborhood, make sure it's for all the right reasons. Call Dorado Rock and Materials. For landscape gravel to boulders and everything in between, Dorado Rock and Materials will make sure you and your yard are covered.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Tune to DK on the Sports Tip weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at iccu.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
And we are coming to you live from Showtime Cards. Here it is, Wild Card Wednesday. We're breaking boxes. We're going to be breaking some pretty cool boxes. It has some basketball cards, which are a mixture of NBA and college players, and it includes some of your Arizona Wildcats. So we're looking forward to talking to that, talking to George Maries about that here coming up. And we are here every month, once a month, every month, talking baseball, football, basketball, trading cards, talking all of it with our guy George Maries, who joins us now. George, great to see you again.
Hello. It's always great, man. It's always great to have you in. And, I'm always happy because it just seems like there's something new in always in sports, but even in our hobby, new releases, just a lot of fun here. I've been doing this 28 years, and I love it every single day.
28 years. You can't beat that, man.
No, I know. For a shop to stay in business like that, I mean, it's amazing, and I'm definitely blessed.
I always like to say, when you first opened this store 28 years ago, what was hot then?
I can actually remember. It was the home run derby. It was
Really?
Mark
Oh,
McGuire
Mark
and Sammy Sosa.
Yep. Wow.
It was the home run derby, and it was tremendous. It was huge for baseball. It was a great time in baseball. The cards they still had we're actually going to do some Bowman basketball, which is the first time they've done this.
Right.
Bowman Chrome baseball was actually the hot thing back then.
Is that right?
And the Arizona Diamondbacks had a player. His name, you might remember him, Travis Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Travis Lee? He was supposed to be a great, he was a great prospect and didn't do much, but I do remember those were the beginning years. 1998 was the year, and then a couple years later, the Arizona Diamondbacks were hot. 01, obviously, we win the World Series. 1999, we struggled. It was very tough. We've always been a hybrid store, meaning we sell gaming cards like the Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, and then we sell sports cards, which was nobody did it back then. But in 1999, sports cards started slumping, doing bad, and then
now why was that?
In
99?
In 99, it was just a tough year for sports cards. I think after that, there was nothing else to ride on. There wasn't like basketball, football. We didn't have Brady yet for football. He was a couple years later in 2000. So it was bad. But along comes around, there's always this Christmas toy. It could be the Furby or something. It was Pokemon.
Pokemon, yeah.
Pokemon saves Showtime cards.
Wow.
And it was, and I remember I used to was like, we got to watch our inventory. We might, this thing might fall off any day now. And here we are, almost 30 years. Pokemon's still the hottest.
Still the hottest.
And we're gonna do Bowman. So things never change. Good thing.
All right. So now explain to us. We'll let the folks see this. Explain to us what these Bowman cards are all about here.
Okay, so they do this. It's always done really well for baseball.
Okay.
Because Bowman, you can't get an official rookie card until they've been on the 40-man roster.
Right. Okay.
So they can't get the RC, the rookie. So basically, you don't get a card. In Bowman, they made the exception for Bowman. They can get their first card, and they call it the Bowman First. So it works for baseball. Basketball, football, it doesn't work because there's really no minor leagues. So essentially, the minor leagues are now college, right?
Right.
And then you couldn't really do it because there was no nil back then. So you had to have agreements with these college companies. Now you can do it. First time they've done it for baseball or basketball that it's actually going to work. So you have college cards. You have I can never pronounce his name from BYU.
AJ Debonsa.
AJ Debonsa.
AJ Debonsa.
Or you could get Cooper Flagg with the Mavericks,
Right.
So it's really cool product. We have some Arizona players in there that we're really excited about.
And it looks like it's women and men.
And women and men as well.
I think we broke some of those cards. It was the
we did the McDonald's.
McDonald's All-American
exactly.
cards.
Yep.
We're both
Yep.
women and men. All right, so let's open one up here.
Let's do it.
We're breaking Bowman boxes here, folks. Now, what do we have any special today?
You know what?
Special today?
I was just thinking there'd be no better. Let's run this one on special.
Okay.
It's we just peeled a wrap. $59.99. We're going to do a $39.99 special today and tomorrow.
So $39.99 for the Bowman box basketball card.
The blaster box. Yep, it's a great deal.
All right, so I'll open my first one. I've got Obi Toppin.
Oh yes.
From the Indiana Pacers. All right, Obi obviously a part of that team that won the Eastern Conference last year and got to the finals. Jalen Duran from the Pistons, or the Pistons are the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Can they get it done is going to be the question as they move forward. J-Dub, they won their first game, right? Did the Pistons win their opener?
They lost their first game.
Well, I got Mia over here like telling me that they lost. Mia, are you a Pistons fan? No, but she.
Well, it was a big upset.
Man,
yeah, she knows it was an upset.
She knows her basketball. All right. All right, so I've gotten 2. I've got Tristan De Silva here from the from the Orlando Magic. Tristan
Stanford,
De Silva.
right?
Yeah, that's right. Tristan De Silva went to Stanford. Kyle Kuzma, he's still hanging around after all these years. He's been with a number of teams. That's the only thing I don't necessarily like, George, with some of these new cards. Is
they don't got the stats.
They don't have the stats from his career on them. Is there a reason maybe they've gone away from that?
I'm not exactly sure as to why, but I don't like it as well.
Printer ink's really expensive these days.
or they don't want to pay the guy to to actually get the stats on there, because that's what attracted me to sports cards in the first place, was all the stats. But Kyle Kuzma should definitely have stats.
You would think.
Yeah, he's had a great career.
Rob Dillingham, I got him from the T-Wolves.
One more thing I was going to mention is we're opening cards. These are the standard card style. They call it paper stock, which is card. And now you're getting into the shiny stuff, which is the chrome.
Okay.
So they also combined tops the base cards with chrome cards.
Okay.
Really cool stuff.
So I've got a Walter Clayton Jr. Rock Star card. Now what
in
is
the chrome.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's an insert card.
Okay.
Yep. But that's also a rookie card with his rookie logo.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
There you go. Walter Clayton Jr. obviously plays for the Utah Jazz. They'll be trying to add to that haul with probably being a lottery selection team this year. Jaylen Brown from the Boston Celtics won a title with the Celtics a couple of years ago. That's a good one too. Now this is a chrome card, obviously, because it's got the chrome rim.
Right.
Around
exactly. Yep.
Yeah. So now, what's the difference between the chrome card and like this one, the Kyle Kuzma, that's not a chrome
the technology on the cards,
Okay.
Some people, they prefer the chromium,
Right.
me, and they call us chromies. I'm a chromie. Yep.
All right, now so in this box of 10, I have 7 NBA cards. Now my last 3 cards, it looks like, are college cards.
Are college cards.
Is that
cool.
generally the way
That's
it is?
probably it. Yep.
Okay. All right, so I've got Darian Williams from NC State. I don't think I've seen Darian. Actually, Darian was with. He started his career with Texas Tech, and then went to NC State. So, and it's got a little bit on here. I'll just kind of read it a little bit on the back. It says first team all Big 12 with Texas Tech, averaged 15 points, 6 rebounds, booked 21 points per contest in the NCAA tournament. Then it tells you, so it gives you his resume. Then it gives you some of his skill level. Versatile and efficient wing, hunts mismatches all over the hardwood, thick natural build, dominates with strength, intellect and skill, makes big shots in big moments, mobile and a heady defender. And then it gives you up close, which is, I guess, some of the personal things. Enjoys playing Call of Duty and NBA 2K video games in his free time. His nicknames include D5 and D-Will. Plans to pursue sports broadcasting after basketball. Says brother Leon is his hero. So that's just some of the things that you find on the back there. Then we got one female card, Laura Somfay from Stanford. I don't know if I've heard of Laura, but we've got her. She's from Australia.
Same. And you can see these cards also have the first. That's what we were talking about. This is actually their first cards ever. So that's what,
Okay, so this would be the first card that this player has ever been
had.
on. Yeah,
Yep.
has ever been on. So our last one is Isaiah Harwell from Houston Cougars. So we got a chance to see Isaiah play a little bit this past season.
Sure, yep.
Yeah.
This product is brand new, just dropped today. The release date was today. So you're learning, and
this Bowman box is just today.
Just today. Brand new product, brand new concept, just today dropped. So it's a great thing. If you guys want to take advantage of that special, I would do it. I pulled a cat, Karl Anthony Towns, with the Knicks, AJ Green. I'm going to go a little faster, but we did get Carter Bryant. our boy, Arizona former player who's playing really well right now with the Spurs, and they're looking good. Besides that Wemby, I mean, that was horrible. Yep.
That's bad.
But he's doing a great job. Very athletic. I mean, it might say something cool in the back, right?
Yeah, I want to read real quick what Carter says. It says, became first freshman in U of Arizona history to total at least 35 steals and 35 points in 24-25. Posted 5 games with 10 or more points. Dropped season high 14 points, shooting 100% from the field. Skills, elite athlete, dynamite in transition, immense defensive upside, intensity and effort combined with premium tools. All-ball mover who scores in multiple ways, flies around screens and cuts hard, and then is up close. Grew up the grandchild of deaf adults. We obviously know that story. Fluent in American Sign Language. We've seen him do that. Partnered with Gallaudet U, a school for the hearing impaired, and his father coached him in high school. So that's what you get on the back of Carter's card. Go ahead, J-Dub.
I was going to say, Carter played center last night when Wemby went out.
Oh, wow.
He did. Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's amazing.
He was guarding Time Lord. He was guarding Williams.
That's how athletic he is.
Yeah, exactly.
He pulled the old Magic Johnson, right? Didn't he do that once?
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, his rookie year as well. Yep. Yeah, and all that you just talked about, Carter Bryant, that was with minimal play last year.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
He didn't start coming on until the end of the season. But Max Shulga on the rookie Celtics, that team's looking really good, Josh Hart.
Well, they didn't look good last night. They cost me money.
Thomas Sorber, and this is they call this a parallel card. I forget which parallel it is, but you see the borders different.
Right.
And then it's a chrome.
Okay.
But that's pretty cool. On the Thunder, they're favored. Another great rookie, Dylan Harper.
Yeah.
On San Antonio.
Absolutely.
Yep. So this is a great pack. And then we go on to the girls. Juju Watkins.
There we go.
Awesome. Yep.
I'll keep that
Yep.
card.
Oh, here's another one. I kind of want this one. Braden Burries.
Wow.
Yep.
We got
Arizona.
Braden and Juju in the same
I know. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. I kind of want this one. And Richie Saunders. We're fighting over these cards,
Richie
but
Saunders.
that's a good one too with BYU. That's his first chrome card.
Nice.
There you go.
Okay.
Really
I
cool
get
stuff.
I get the Richie Saunders, and you get to keep the Braden Burries.
There you go. Yeah.
All right, we are at Showtime Cards. We're going to talk more with George Maurice coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. We're going to get a break in here. We're going to talk some Arizona beach volleyball. The Big 12 beach volleyball tournament is here in Tucson, and it'll be tomorrow over at Bear Down Beach. We're going to be joined by Carly Cisneros and her pairs partner this year on the #1 pairs, Regan Homer, will join us on the show. That's straight ahead. Dragon Ball's getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s. He's got your traffic and your weather.
From the Cruz and Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together. We have an incident with some property damage over at South Alverdon Way and East Ajo Way. Again, a lot of backup in all directions here. Try to avoid that intersection right now if you can. And we also have an incident with unknown injuries at West Twin Peaks Road and North Gina Ray Place. This is just east of Linda Vista Boulevard, so be prepared for some slowing here, primarily on Twin Peaks Road. Your weather's still going to sit at 88 degrees, not until we get to about 7 o'clock. We're going to get out of the 80s, dropping all the way down to 73 here at 9 o'clock. I'm Dragon Ball with you, Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather together.
This report is sponsored by Brake Masters.
You're close to your journey's end. You're winning half the battle, and then it happens. A rattle. You got this. Just head on over to any Brake Masters stop sign. Download coupons and schedule an appointment from your smartphone.
Brake Masters. We give you an honest break.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
Spring is here and we've already experienced hot weather. Is your air conditioner ready for the long hot summer? For the month of April, Picture Rock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing will be offering a $99 home wellness plan for all new customers. This includes your spring maintenance, fall maintenance, and a plumbing maintenance. Call now 520-492-0748 or make your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
It's Truck Month at O'Reilly Chevrolet, and supplier pricing is going on right now. That means huge savings on some of our most popular vehicles. Get up to $12,475 off the 2026 Silverado LD, up to $7,500 off the 2025 Blazer EV, and up to $2,500 off the 2026 Traverse. Truck Month is happening now, so don't miss out. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or go to O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
You know it. Your neighbors know it. And let's face it, the mailman knows it too. Your yard just isn't what it used to be. But thankfully, Dorado Rock Materials can get you, well, your yard anyway, back to what it once was, and even better. Dorado Rock Materials has just what your yard needs, from decorative rock to boulders and everything in between, brought right to you. And if you need help spreading it, we can help with that too. Dorado Rock Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
Softball and baseball season has arrived in Tucson, and tickets are on sale now. From the greatest setting in softball at Hillenbrand Stadium to the dingers into the Tucson sunset at High Corbett, you won't want to miss any of the action this season. Tell a friend, bring the kids, and spend your evenings at the yard, as the Wildcats are sure to put on a show. Get your tickets now by calling 520-621-2287 or visiting ArizonaWildcats.com/tickets. Bear down.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put members' success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
Spring is bug season. Go blue with Essential Pest Control. We'll eliminate those bugs, bees, and termites. Stop paying too much with those national providers. Essential Pest Control is a bug's worst nightmare.
I can't sleep at night.
Essential Pest Control. Call 866-3029. EssentialPest.com.
Big Jake here from Old Tucson. Enjoy Hollywood-style stunt shows, saloon shows, magic, shootouts, rides, games, fine food and drinks, and more. For more family fun than you can shake a stick at, head on out to Old Tucson, oldtucson.com.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. Ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Breaking news for your home. Way-Day. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way-Day long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Way-Day. Shop Wayfair's Way-Day from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, the beach volleyball Big 12 tournament is coming up in Tucson. It'll start tomorrow. And the Wildcats, well, they're going to have to play from the bottom. They are the 6th seed in the tournament, but again, they've had a really positive overall season. We'll see if they can make some noise and get into the NCAA tournament. Let's talk a little bit about the beach volleyball tournament that's going to be happening. We are joined by the number 1 pair for your Arizona Wildcats, Reagan Homer and Carly Cisneros. One of those names you will recognize, one of them you may not. Reagan Homer is a beach transfer from Grand Canyon, playing here now at the University of Arizona. Ladies, appreciate the two of you taking some time to join us today. Reagan, let's start with you, since we know a little bit about Carly and her time indoor. You are from suburban Chicago, and you were playing at over at GCU, as we mentioned. How did you end up here at the University of Arizona?
Yeah, I'm from Chicago, and I transferred over from GCU after I finished up my undergrad. So being in between degrees, it was a good time for me to enter the portal, and Arizona just felt like a perfect fit, and the coaching staff made it, a home for me right away. And like coming in on my official, it was just beautiful, and I love the campus and love the staff, and all the girls are great. So hard not to pick.
So obviously you had played against U of A. I would imagine you'd been down here and played. Was it always one of those things where when you played down here that said, hey, if I get to that point where I want to play a grad year somewhere else, that might be the place I might want to do it?
Honestly, I had never thought that I was going to go somewhere else for my grad years. Like initially I was like, I'm just going to stay all 5 at GCU. But when the time came to go in the portal, I was like, well, I've always loved going down to Tucson and playing there, and I've always thought the campus was pretty, but haven't really gotten to see a ton of it. So it was definitely like in the back of my mind of somewhere that I would want to experience, and being an in-state rival before coming here and getting to play down here, got to see enough, so gave me a good background for it.
Reagan Homer is our guest, along with Carly Cisneros. They are the number 1 pair for Arizona Beach Volleyball. Big 12 Beach Volleyball Tournament will be in Tucson beginning tomorrow. Carly, obviously, you play on the indoor side, one of the top recruits in school history for indoor volleyball. It was a surprise, I think, for a lot of people to see your name show up on the beach roster. Was that always the plan, that you would play beach volleyball here? Was that something that transpired maybe after you got here?
When I was getting recruited, I definitely mentioned the possibility of me wanting to play in the later years, but Rita has a rule that you have to be fully indoor and committed and establish your role your first 2 years. And when my 3rd spring was coming around, I kind of had a talk with Rita and a talk with the beach coaches, and it was kind of the perfect time to make this transition.
So how long had you played beach? I know a lot of the high schools here offer it. Do they offer it back? Because I think you're from Kansas City area. Do they have beach programs back there as well?
They have little beach clubs, but it's not really a popular thing. I played, but really just for fun. I feel like this is the first time I've truly played real beach volleyball because I didn't know what that was before now.
All right, so what was the quickest thing you had to learn, and how were you, having not maybe played it extensively, how were you able to quickly put yourself in a position to pair with Reagan on the number 1 squad?
I think Reagan had a big part of it, honestly. Like, she was so experienced and so talented, so it made me coming in a lot easier, and she knew the game very well, so it was easy for me to learn. And the big thing I had to learn how to do was the block to transition. I had never blocked that much, and that never has been my priority as a position, but that's pretty much my job out there, and then I just trust Reagan to dig whatever goes over me.
Reagan Homer and Carly Cisneros joining us, Arizona Beach Volleyball's number 1 pair. So, Reagan, what were your thoughts when you first met Carly? And did Steve put you guys together right away? Was it kind of a tryout process to kind of see who would fit where? And why did you maybe think, as it was all coming together, that, yeah, Carly is going to be the perfect partner for me?
Honestly, no, he didn't put us together at first. When she first joined us, we were all super excited. I've heard really good things about her prior to her joining our team. I live with a different indoor girl, and she had great things to say about Carly. And when we first started practicing this semester in January, I hadn't been with Carly at all, maybe one time. And then we never got put together again. And then the week before we started playing they just like changed a few things up, and Carly and I got put together, and we haven't played with anyone else since, which has been super fun. I was really excited when he put me with her. They were kind of struggling to find me a partner and figure out what our lineup was going to be for the first couple weeks of the semester. So I think once they figured those couple moving pieces out, it's been a really good season for everyone so far.
I mentioned Steve Walker, head coach, longtime head coach. He's been the head coach since the program began back 10-plus years ago. So what did Steve say to you? Okay, this is why I'm putting you two together. What did he say about why he thought this was the fit?
He pulled me in his office the week that he was going to put Carly and I together, and he actually didn't tell me that he was putting me with Carly. He told me he was putting me with a different person on the team, and then that just ended up not happening, and then I was with Carly, and I was like, all right, like, we'll try it out. And it was good, and at that point, she had a few weeks under her belt, so she was just fine. You couldn't tell that she was just transitioning over. And, yeah, it was a good fit, and I think he was pleasantly surprised with how we did together. So
now, Reagan, did you come up as an indoor player too, as well? And did you play indoor? In Chicago, do they have indoor and sand in high school?
No, I played a lot of indoor growing up. The club that I played for had indoor sand courts. So once I got to high school, I got to kind of do a hybrid program where I got to play both indoor and beach for club, and then played full-time beach in the summertime. But I was an indoor kid growing up, played indoor through high school. There's no high school beach volleyball in the Midwest. So definitely grew up as an indoor kid. And then my sophomore year of high school, I ended up just picking beach to play in college and just continued on doing both.
So both of you young ladies, obviously coming from the Midwest, and then you get out here and you see that there are high school programs. Do you feel like that's an advantage for the young ladies out here that get to play in high school? Is there a difference? I mean, do they have? Obviously, you all grew up playing more in clubs and during the summertime, but is it an advantage to the young ladies that have the high school programs out here in Arizona?
Yeah, I definitely think there is an advantage to it. I think it's super cool that they get to experience that before they get to college, and they get to be in like a team environment. I do think there's some advantage to being an indoor player first, because I think that it taught us how to be on a team and how to work with other people. And I think that's super valuable when you get to college, and kids that grow up only playing beach, I think, kind of miss out on that a little bit because it is so individual when you're in high school. But I do think getting to play high school beach volleyball is an advantage. Getting to play year-round outside is a big advantage. That was something that threw me off when I first moved to Arizona, was that I got to be outside 12 months out of the year, not just 3. So.
All right, so neither one of you then has played in a Big 12 tournament setting before. This is obviously the only second year that the Wildcats have been in the conference tournament. Last year, I believe it was down in Texas. This year, it's here. What are you expecting tomorrow and how this is going to go? You'll play 2 pool games to try to put yourself in a position to probably be contending for the championship on Friday. What are you expecting, and how do you approach it?
I'm honestly just really excited. Like, all the teams we're going to be playing against this week are ranked, so it's going to be great competition. I'm really happy that we're hosting this year because it's probably going to be really competitive and really exciting, and I'm really excited to see what we do, honestly.
How about you, Reagan? What's kind of your feeling on it all?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super excited to get to host an event like this. I think it's a lot bigger than I even imagined. Like, there's so much more production around it than I would have ever thought. Coming from a different conference, we played our conference on Huntington Beach in the NPSF. So getting to be at a school on a campus with as nice of a facility as we have is super exciting. And I'm excited to have a little home court advantage with our families and our friends being able to support us.
We're chatting with Reagan Holmer, Carly Cisneros. They're the number 1 pair for U of A Beach Volleyball. It's the Big 12 Beach Volleyball Championships coming up Thursday and Friday over at Bear Down Beach. All right, give me a sense of the rest of the young ladies on the squad and who you anticipate is going to be maybe that other pair that steps up and could potentially push Arizona into being a factor on Friday.
Well, I think across the board we have a lot of strengths 1 through 5. I think our 5s pair they've been super clutch all year. Sadie Moore and Brooke Boyko, they've been awesome at the 5s. They're super competitive. They work really hard every day in practice, and I think they're really tough to beat. They're both very athletic, and they're just a tough pair to play against. And I also think the same about Ashlyn and Madeline, our twos pair. They've been super competitive all year. They've been together for a couple years now. I know they grew up playing together too, so they definitely have chemistry with each other and have a little bit of an advantage of experience with each other, and they're just always super reliable.
And I want to ask you, Carly, because obviously you play indoors. You're the only, I believe, member of the indoor team playing currently on the beach side. It was something we saw regularly when beach volleyball first started being played here at the United States or at the U of A. It was a lot of crossover. Who's that one girl on the indoor team that if you were trying to talk into coming out to play beach volleyball next year, who would that be? Who do you think is perfect that maybe doesn't know that they'd be perfect for that environment?
Honestly, that's a really good question. I honestly don't know, but there is a player on the beach team that I would love to bring in on the indoor team.
Oh,
and
okay.
That would be Sadie Moore.
All right, flip it. I like that.
Sadie Moore. Yeah, but I don't know. I think from the indoor team, probably our freshman Hayden. She's just super athletic. She hasn't played here yet. She'll be in the fall, but just an all-around super athletic player. I feel like it's harder for middles and right sides who are a little bit bigger to transition to the sand, just because like they're so used to doing two things, blocking and hitting. So I feel like the serve, receive, and defense aspect would be a little tougher. But probably Hayden would be the only other indoor player.
And I want to ask you, both of you, about Stephanie Rondon, because she obviously won a huge award at the Catsies the other night for the perseverance she's shown battling through a number of injuries. What does she mean to y'all as a teammate?
Steph is an amazing teammate. She has made my transition to Arizona so seamless, and has been a huge part of, why I've loved my time here so far. When she tore her ACL again recently, I was just so heartbroken for her. It's tough to watch. She works so hard. She's such a good teammate. She's everyone's cheerleader, and she's a phenomenal volleyball player. So losing her on the court has been super tough. Having her around still has been so special, and we're happy that she wants to stay involved, and I'm super glad that she wants to stay involved. But she's a phenomenal teammate. She deserves everything good that could come her way.
Yeah, I joined the team in January, and I've known her for years just because as soon as I got here, she was just such a welcoming presence. Like, I knew her from indoor just because everyone loved Steph. Everyone talked to Steph, and, like, she was always in there, getting her rehab and getting her stuff done, and she just always had the biggest smile on her face. And when I finally got to play with her, I understood why everyone loved her and was so inspired by her, and that award is just, I wouldn't give it to anyone else.
Yeah, well, that's it's great to hear such an honor for her to be bestowed with everything she's gone through to continue to fight and be a presence even off the court for this program, and on the leadership side as well with what she's done with SAC. Carly, real quick, give us a sense of what the indoor program is going to look like as we head to the fall.
Indoor program is, honestly, I'm really excited for this indoor season. Our team chemistry right now is just unmatched. We all get along so well, and we all love each other. And, we're going to have a few contributions joining us in the summer, and I think we're diving into the portal a little bit more. But honestly, I feel like our team's coming together really well, and I'm excited to see what we do in the fall.
All right, well, let's begin to stack those NCAA tournament runs. Getting back to the NCAAs last year was great for that program, and I'd love to see that continue moving forward as you progress in your career here as well. Ladies, best of luck tomorrow and Friday with the Big 12 Beach Volleyball Tournament. Let's go steal that automatic bid and get back to the NCAA tournament.
Heck yeah. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Reagan Holmer, Carly Cisneros, your number one pair, Arizona Beach Volleyball. Get out there. Play starts at 9 o'clock in the morning. Wildcats will be on the court, or on the beach, on the sand, I should say, for a pair of matches, including 12:45 tomorrow against the rival Arizona State Sun Devils. Get out and show the ladies your support at this fabulous event this weekend. Dragon Ball is getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives. He's got your traffic and your weather.
From the Cruz & Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. Incident with unknown injuries over at South Nogales Highway and East Aerospace Parkways, with Nogales having most of the backup here. Meanwhile, accident with injuries at East Los Reales Road and South Alvarado Way, all directions kind of getting a little bit of stoppage here at the intersection. For your weather, still sitting at about 88 degrees. We'll continue to go in and get ready for our cool down here, dropping to about 84 at 6 o'clock. I'm Drag Mall with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Brake Masters.
You're close to your journey's end. You're winning half the battle, and then it happens. A rattle. You got this. Just head on over to any Brake Masters stop sign. Download coupons and schedule an appointment from your smartphone.
Brake Masters. We give you an honest break.
Join David Kelly today from 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards for Wild Card Wednesdays. Showtime Cards will have live box breaks happening right in the store. You never know what pulls might pop up. Whether you're into baseball, football, basketball, soccer, MMA, comics, Pokemon, Star Wars, or anything in between, Showtime Cards has something for every collector. Catch all the action today, 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards, located on Speedway just east of Craycroft, with Wildcats Radio 1290.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care and a community of grateful Wildcat fans as we say thank you and congratulations to Coach Lloyd and our Arizona Wildcats on a record 36 wins, Big 12 championship, and a trip to the Final Four. Thank you for another great year. For nearly 6 decades, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care has been an official corporate sponsor of Arizona Athletics. We've seen a long history of Wildcat teamwork and excellence. And we know Arizona drivers are counting on that same kind of service for their car's next championship drive to work, school, or back home again. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care will be there with affordable tires and award-winning service at 14 area locations. This month, we've got an entire page of online savings for Wildcat fans. Check out jackfurriers.com/bear down and save up to $140 on the tire brands you love, like Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal, and even more championship savings on automotive service. Stop by, call ahead, or make an appointment online. We're ready to help. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. Ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Looking for top-notch lumber and framing? Johnson Manley Lumber has been your trusted expert since 1970, specializing in both residential and commercial projects. Our experienced teams, cutting-edge technology, and reliable supply chain ensure your framing is on time and on budget every time. We're proud to be employee-owned and community-rooted in Tucson. Learn more at johnsonmanley.net. Proud supporter of the University of Arizona radio broadcast. Go Wildcats.
In Tucson, Cool Willie's knows desert dust, dirt, and debris are the #1 AC killers when the heat hits. That's why our signature tune-up is the best way to get your system summer ready. Right now, we're offering a preseason AC reset, a deep internal clean where our technicians remove built-up dust, restore airflow, and prep your home before temperatures spike. First-time customers get their preseason AC reset for just $39, normally $129. Appointments fill fast before the first heat wave. Go to coolwillies.com and click Book Now.
It's Truck Month at O'Reilly Chevrolet, and supplier pricing is going on right now. Check out our great lineup and save big. Get up to $12,475 off the 2026 Silverado LD, up to $7,500 off the 2025 Blazer EV, and up to $2,500 off the 2026 Traverse. Truck Month is happening now. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or go to O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
First Chiropractic is pleased to announce that Access Health Plans now cover chiropractic care. A referral by your PCP is required. For more information, go to firstchiro.com, the most trusted name in chiropractic care, a proud U of A radio sponsor.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Snakes, zombies, public speaking, the list of fears is endless. But the real danger is in your hand when you're behind the wheel. Distracted driving is what's really scary and even deadly. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Kevin Durant returned to the Rockets lineup last night, but scored just 3 points in the second half as the Lakers took a 2-game lead in the series as the short-handed Lakers continued to get by without Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. Reports say that Reeves could return before the end of the series against the Rockets. Game 3 between the Lakers and the Rockets is on Friday night in Houston. I'm Adam Abdallah.
There's a new kind of energy at Starbucks. When your day needs a reset, try the all-new energy refreshers. Strawberry acai, mango dragon fruit, or the all-new mango strawberry. The refreshers you love, now with extra caffeine. New energy refreshers, only at Starbucks.
The playoff push is heating up, and Prize Picks is simple to play. Pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you can cash in. And now with early payouts and the new social feed, you can follow friends, share picks, and copy winning lineups. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code ROAM and get a $50 bonus credit in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Code ROAM to get a $50 bonus.
There's a new kind of energy at Starbucks. When your day needs a reset, try the all-new energy refreshers. Strawberry acai, mango dragon fruit, or the all-new mango strawberry. The refreshers you love, now with extra caffeine. New energy refreshers, only at Starbucks.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, they told us last night to take the Sixers and the points. I think it was 15.5 last night. We didn't like that. Maybe we should have listened.
Edge comes open. He lets it ride and hits another. Maxey drops it off. Edgecombe on the gas pedal, man, is he explosive. 7 to shoot, it's Edgecombe against Pritchard. Edgecombe catapults it and buries it. Man, he has been surgical tonight.
VJ Edgecombe, how about the Baylor youngster last night for the Sixers? 30 points, 10 rebounds, Celtics minus 14.5. Should have been the other way around there as the Sixers win it 111-97. So we did not win on that one. That was a flip. That was one they told us to take the Sixers and lay the points, or take the Sixers and the points in that game, but we did not like that play by Westwood One, so we flipped it, and we lost on that flip. We haven't lost on a lot of the flips, but we lost on that flip. We should have flipped the other pick too, but we went with what they said on that one, so we picked the wrong game that they gave us last night. Jabari Smith of the Rockets, over 6.5 rebounds was the play last night for the Rockets in their game against the Lakers, which they lost 101-94, so the Lakers have a 2-zip lead in that series. And Jabari, of course, came in. We needed 7. He only got 6 rebounds.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are worried about Jabari Smith and getting his buckets. Go back to VJ Edgecombe, DK. If you had been paying attention, if people paid attention, if they stopped the voting after the first 10 games, right, VJ Edgecombe would have been the Rookie of the Year this year. He got out to such a hot start. But last night, DK, first rookie since Tim Duncan with a 30-10 game in the playoffs. Yeah. First rookie since Tim Duncan, and also surpasses Magic Johnson, and now is the youngest player in NBA history with a 30-10 game in the playoffs as a rookie.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What a performance for VJ Edgecombe. We got to see 2 years ago when he was at Baylor.
As far as the Celtics go, DK, they shot 13 for 50 from the three. I mean, that's a team that shoots more threes than any team in the NBA. If they're going to shoot 26%, only make 13 out of 50, they're not going to win a lot of games.
Obviously, though, the big story last night was what happened in the game against the Trailblazers and the Spurs. Do we have highlights of that game? Or
I don't have highlights, but I do have the Wemby injury.
Okay, let's hear what happened in that game.
A walk-in three here.
Wemby thought about walking into one as well. Moving on, Holiday trying to pull the chair, get out of the way. Wembanyama to the deck. Foul on Holiday.
And I think he did pull the chair, too. It looked like Wemby might have been a little bit out of control there.
Victor takes a moment. Not sure if his face hit first on the floor as he went down.
Oh, he's dazed.
Dazed, yeah.
He is dazed. Now they're going to call a timeout here. That's the decision here by Mitch Johnson.
And they have to. They've given him time to get up. The fans are chanting, but Johnson's being told right now.
And they just called a timeout.
By Curtis Blair, you're going to need to take a timeout at this point. And Will Seveny and the athletic training staff out to take a look at Wembanyama, who, as he hit the deck, went face first down there, and he's heading
he's
back.
running back.
Yeah, towards the locker room.
Now, he wasn't shooting, was he?
That's the question I was just going to ask. I don't think he was. As the chair was pulled, he had the ball in his hand there.
Right.
So we'll watch this go into break. So, and you'd say that for that purpose, you see, heavy hit, chin first on the floor.
Yeah, that's a very scary situation there for Victor Wembanyama. I've said from the moment that this young man came into the league, my biggest concern with him is injury. So tall and granted, probably one of the most skilled big men we've ever seen play this game, but big men like that are susceptible to injury, and this maybe is a little bit different injury, not the kind of injury you would expect him falling down and getting a concussion, but he goes out, the Spurs lose the game, and now all of a sudden, J-Dub, that is a completely different series heading back to Portland.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, Wemby, the first ever unanimous defensive player of the year this year. You mentioned his skill set. I mean, he's probably, in addition to how skilled he is, first of all, he's a kid. He's like 22, right?
Yeah.
But in addition to how skilled he is, maybe the most skilled big man, he's also, in my opinion, the most fluid big man I've ever seen. I mean, we see a lot of guys 7'3" and above, the Mark Eaton types, DK, who are a little bit more stiff, don't have that fluidity. So such a promising career. I wouldn't be surprised if he won the next 10 Defensive Players of the Year. But as you said, I mean, we know the history of players of that size tend to be nagging injuries here and there. That play last night was just them putting what is Drew Holiday now, 36? I mean, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday at 6'2", 6'3", was the primary defender on 7'4", 7'5", if you ask the right people, Victor Wembanyama throughout the game, and just one of the most widely, experienced, one of the best defenders in modern NBA history. And Drew Holiday, like they said on the call there, just pulled the chair. Vic got a little bit out of sorts, got his legs tangled up, but that hit impact with the ground, DK. That's just such a horrible situation. I mean, we all know hardwood is called hardwood for a reason, and that could happen on any given night. But for such a promising young player, the Spurs, with their 60 wins this year, back in the playoffs for the first time in a while, their fan base super excited. The caveat I will say is that Spurs team, DK, played a lot of games this year without Victor Wembanyama. He barely made that 65 game threshold cutoff. So they've played at least 20, 25 games without him. Really deep team, but they got to completely change what they do, especially on the defensive end. He's just such an anchor. So hopefully the young man, we all know the protocol is 48 hours.
Yeah.
Once you have some kind of concussion symptoms, you'll be tested for the next 48 hours. And if you pass it after 48 hours, you can be cleared to play. But, we just want to make sure that he's healthy as possible. Got the double bounce, hit his chin really hard, and then bounced a second time. So got up really woozy, just hoping for the best for the young man. What an amazing player to watch. I know a lot of people, not just Spurs fans, were interested in seeing what he could do in his first playoff run.
Mitch Johnson is the new head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. Let's hear from him after the game on Wemby's injury.
Mitch, Victor's in concussion protocol, but is he being examined for anything beyond that?
No.
Did he have to go to the hospital, or was he x-rayed here?
I don't believe any of that. I just know he has a concussion and he's in the protocol, and we'll obviously take the proper and appropriate steps.
All right, that was Mitch Johnson after the game last night, which the Spurs fall after the Wemby injury, and now they're playing without home court advantage, heading back to Portland for Games 3 in that series. All right, 520-848-1290. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. In the next hour, so we've got the Suns playing tonight. We'll get into the Suns after the break here, and they will play Game 2 of their series tonight on the road in Oklahoma City. We'll get in. We'll give you our Westwood One top plays. So we lost both. So we have not won any in the last 2 days. We lost 2 yesterday. We lost 3 the day before. So we are 0-0 for our last 5 in our Westwood One top plays. We've got a split decision though from our folks at Westwood One on who they like tonight between the Thunder and the Suns. So we'll dive into that.
Who they like or who they like versus the spread?
Who they like versus the spread.
Gotcha,
Exactly.
yeah.
Who they like
Just need to
versus
clarify
the
that really
spread.
quick.
Yeah, absolutely. Who they like versus the spread tonight. So we'll let you hear both sides, and then we'll figure out which one we want to take here for that game coming up a little bit later. DK on the Sports Tip, 520-848-1290. We are at Showtime Cards. We are busting out the Bowman boxes tonight. This just went on the market today, 2025-26. It's a mixture of NBA cards, college basketball cards, both men and women. We pulled a Carter Bryant as one of our NBA cards in one of the early packs that we broke. I got a Juju Watkins. I got a Richie Saunders. We also got a Braden Burries, which George quickly got away as far from me as he could. He's like, I'm not letting you have that one. But I got the. It's cool because I got the Juju Watkins, one of my favorite college basketball players. So I'm happy about that.
The best one you got is actually Dylan Harper.
Dylan Harper. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Bro, Dylan Harper is going to be so good.
There you go. So these boxes you can get. George, what was it, $19.99? I think is what we said. $39.99. So $39.99. $39.99 for. And J-Dub says I got to get a box for him. So
tell George I'll take 2 boxes. I don't know if I can make it down there.
He said he wants 2 boxes.
I would love to support the cause.
2 boxes. He said he wants.
Nice. Thank you so much, J-Dub.
We've already got J-Dub buying 2 boxes.
It's great product. I mean, and you could pull some really high-end stuff in here. It's a lot of fun, as you can see when we're opening. It's a lot of fun. It's just a diverse product with, you can get the paper, the chrome, the college, the girls, the pros.
Right.
They have rookie cards. They have Bowman First, numbered cards, autographs, jerseys. It's really cool stuff.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to talk to George again. George, we'll talk to you at 5:20.
Excellent.
Coming up, I got to ask you. We were talking about Pokemon. I got to ask you. I went home last week, and I have 2 nieces who are under 5, and they were watching. South Korean anime. So I've got to ask you about this program and if there's a card set for that.
Okay.
Coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. DK on the Sports Tip, live from Showtime Cards. Come on down and get one of these Bowman boxes for $39.99. You might draw a Coapete. We saw Toby Awaka's got a card in this set, and we already drew one. Braden Burries. When we come back, I'll read you what is on Braden Burries' card. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the Cruz & Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together. We have a couple accidents with injuries. First one is a South Mission Road and West 36th Street. Mission seeing majority of the backup there. The other accident with injury at West Grant Road and North Oracle Road, all directions at the intersection grinding to a stop right now due to that crash. For your weather, currently sitting at about 87 degrees here, and we'll continue to go ahead and get cooler, dropping to about 84 here at 6 o'clock. I'm Dragon Ball through Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
This report is sponsored by Brake Masters.
You're close to your journey's end. You're winning half the battle, and then it happens. A rattle. You got this. Just head on over to any Brake Masters stop sign. Download coupons and schedule an appointment from your smartphone.
Brake Masters. We give you an honest break.
Join David Kelly today from 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards for Wild Card Wednesdays. Showtime Cards will have live box breaks happening right in the store. You never know what pulls might pop up. Whether you're into baseball, football, basketball, soccer, MMA, comics, Pokemon, Star Wars, or anything in between, Showtime Cards has something for every collector. Catch all the action today. 3 to 6 at Showtime Cards, located on Speedway just east of Craycroft, with Wildcats Radio 1290.
We're chatting with our guest, always safety first, 811 Megaphone Man.
Call 811 before you dig.
You never stray from your mission of letting homeowners, landscapers, and excavators know you should always call 811 before you dig.
Call 811.
Call for both small and big jobs. And 2 working days in advance?
811.
Any parting words? And I'm guessing they will be.
Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Southwest Gas.
811.
Tobacco Barn presents the continuing saga of Captain Tobacco.
We now join our damsel in distress tied to the railroad tracks, a victim of high tobacco prices.
Help! Somebody save me!
Never fear, my dear. Captain Tobacco is here.
Captain, high prices are coming down the track.
You'll never stop my high prices. Pardon me while I untie this fair lady.
It's Tucson's only place to save up to 40% on all your favorite tobacco products.
There, you're free.
My hero.
Rats.
You'll pay no city or state sales tax because they're on the reservation, and save up to another $3 off with a coupon at tobaccobarntucson.com.
Now for you, high prices, I dare ya.
Hooray!
That's why I'm Captain Tobacco, fighting high tobacco prices everywhere.
Captain, I could just kiss you.
Oh, no.
Oh, brother. Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway, just south of Valencia. Check tobaccobarntucson.com.
Supplier pricing is happening right now at O'Reilly Chevrolet during Truck Month. That means big savings across our lineup. Take up to $4,000 off the 2026 Colorado, up to $5,500 off the 2026 Silverado HD, and up to $10,000 off the 2026 Equinox EV. Supplier pricing is going on right now, so don't miss your chance to save. Find us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or visit O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
So, what is it that scares you the most?
The blue trucks from Essential Pest Control, Doctor. They leave bugs belly up.
I use one of those national companies.
Thanks, Doc. Those guys don't scare me.
Spring is bug season. Go blue with Essential Pest Control. We'll eliminate those bugs, bees, and termites. Buy local and stop paying too much with those national providers. Essential Pest Control is a bug's worst nightmare.
I can't sleep at night.
Essential Pest Control. Call 866-3029. That's 866-3029. Or visit essentialpest.com.
Softball and baseball season has arrived in Tucson, and tickets are on sale now. From the greatest setting in softball at Hillenbrand Stadium to the dingers into the Tucson sunset at High Corbett, you won't want to miss any of the action this season. Tell a friend, bring the kids, and spend your evenings at the yard, as the Wildcats are sure to put on a show. Get your tickets now by calling 520-621-2287 or visiting ArizonaWildcats.com/tickets. Bear down.
Wow, this is bad.
Oh no. How bad? When will my AC be fixed?
You know, I don't know. It's your flux capacitor. They don't make them anymore. Special order. Couple grand easy.
Oh my God, what?
Don't get air-conned into paying for shoddy service and stuff you don't need. Put Goodfellas on the job. Goodfellas AC will repair or install your AC the right way the first time. You'll know up front exactly what it'll cost and how long it'll take. No surprises and free second opinions. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas.
Nobody covers your cats like we do. We are the home of your Arizona Wildcats. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
DK on the sports tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Hour number 3 of our show, coming to you live from Showtime Cards here on Speedway, just east of Craycroft. Head on down and join us. We've got folks in here right now looking at cards, maybe trading some cards, maybe buying that box of Bowmans that we've been promoting, $39.99 right now. If you get that box of Bowmans, it's a mixture of NBA players, college players. It looks like it's a box of 10 or a strip. You get, I think there's the actual wrap package is 10 cards, and 7 of them are NBA players. And then you get 3 college players, looks like 2 men and maybe 1 woman, or 2 women and 1 man. I think I had 2 men and 1 woman in mine. So you can get those cards right now here here today and tomorrow for $39.99. Come down, spin the wheel as well. We've got all kinds of prizes down here with our crew, Jet and Mia in the house, and they've got you on the wheel. You can win and or lose there as well. I'm out here, J-Dub back in studio.
We got the best crew, DK.
We do. We do have the best crew.
I did look it up. It's looks like 8 per pack, 20 packs.
Okay, there we go. I like that for sure. All right, so we got 2 NBA games tonight. One of them is in progress. We were mentioning the Pistons earlier. They lost game 1 of their series to the Magic, playing game 2 right now, leading in the second quarter, 35-32. I like the fact that both of these games are on a real network tonight, so you don't have to go searching for them. Both games are on ESPN. Coming up at 6:30, it'll be the Suns and the Thunder playing game 2 of that series in Oklahoma City. Game 1 did not go well for the Suns. They got beat by a whole lot. So, who should we take tonight against the spread? The Thunder are a 17.5-point favorite tonight against the Suns.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's you're damn right it's a lot. It's more than that 14.5 we had last night for the Celtics and the Sixers, and the Celtics also won their first game by over 30 points, and we saw what happened there. But that's kind of like the Celtics do that. The Celtics generally win game 1 by a lot, and then they come back and they'll lose game 2. I can't remember if it was last year, the year before. I think it was 2 years ago they did that with the Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals. They blew them out in game 1, and then the Cavaliers came back and won game 2 and took it back to Cleveland before the Celtics, I think, won the next 3 games to close it out in 5. One of those games which I was at. But, yeah, they have a tendency to do that. Joe Mazzulla teams are not always great in game 2s for whatever reason. So, our Westwood One guys, they're not all in line on what this game should look like tonight. First, let's hear the first one. I believe this first one is our guy, Pat. These are the 2 guys, or actually, no, this is Pat Boyle. Pat Boyle, who you'll hear when we get off the air at 6. He comes on the air. Here's what Pat Boyle thinks of tonight's game between the Thunder and the Suns.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you beat the books of Westwood One Sports. Thunder Suns in Game 2, and after a bunch of double-digit road dog upsets in Game 2s, I'd be worried about opposing the Thunder here. They're the kings of the blowout. Last year at home in the playoffs, they won by an average of 20 points per game. Also, Phoenix has multiple key players compromised, like their starting center Mark Williams and 6th man Grayson Allen. Even if those guys play, I still think OKC routs Phoenix again. Big number, don't care. I like the Thunder to cover. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
Yeah, the Suns are dealing with more injuries than that, because Goodwin went out, obviously, with the injury. I think he played 5 minutes in that game. So there's a number of players that the Suns are without. He mentioned Grayson Allen. He's got a hamstring situation. He's missed the last 4 games, although he was listed as available for the last 2 games, even though he did not play. Allen did go through some shooting drills in practice on Tuesday. Appears close. He's on the injury report as questionable. I'll check. I've not seen an updated injury report if anything new has come out, because we're about an hour and a half out now from tip-off of that game. He mentioned Mark Williams. He's been out the last 2 games with a foot injury. He was wearing a soft boot yesterday at practice, so you don't know what the situation is there. Jordan Goodwin left game 1 with the calf injury. He was wearing a black sleeve on his leg at practice yesterday. He is also listed as questionable. So Pat Boyle says take the Thunder and lay the 17.5 points tonight against the Suns. Now, Nick Costos from You Better You Bet. That's the morning show, at least morning our time here, middays on the East Coast, but morning our time. He has a different perspective on today's game.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here helping you beat the books with Westwood One Sports. Coming up tonight in the pro basketball playoffs, Oklahoma City, a 17.5-point home favorite against Phoenix. OKC blew Phoenix out in Game 1, but I think Phoenix covers the spread tonight. Phoenix a little more rested here. Phoenix has a ton of vets than I respect. Give me Phoenix plus 17.5 tonight. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app. today.
Well, and that was the big thing with the game on Monday or Sunday was that they were coming off that quick turnaround from the play-in win over Golden State Friday night and had to go play Sunday afternoon in Oklahoma City. So that was you got 2 days off to kind of rest. I don't think that the Suns are going to turn the ball over 19 times again tonight. I wouldn't think that's going to be the case. J-Dub, I'll ask you first. How do you, if you're playing one of those, how do you feel about that 17.5-point spread?
Well, I think Nick Kostos makes a good point about the Suns being more rested. I think they do have the firepower with Devin Booker, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, when he's on, can score some points. The big issue is that this is maybe the worst possible matchup for the Suns because the Oklahoma City Thunder's perimeter defense, as we've talked about it a lot, they got 4 guys who don't need to worry about switching because they're all borderline all-NBA perimeter defenders. And when you have that luxury and you're playing a team like the Suns that's so perimeter-oriented, all the Thunder really need to do is take good care of the ball because so much of Jordan Knott's offense has come from their aggressive defense this year. If Oklahoma City takes care of the ball and doesn't have a lot of loose turnovers, I can't see the Suns, outside of shooting some outrageous number from three-point land, I just think the Suns' perimeter offense, without their center in the lineup as well, going small against this Thunder team with Chet Holmgren in the back, cleaning things up. And, I just think it's a really tall ask. So I think the Suns could potentially play better and maybe even steal a game at home, but playing in that environment, I think it's going to be more than a 17-point win for the Thunder. Okay, so J-Dub says side with Pat Boyle, take the Thunder and lay the 17.5 points on that one. The injuries concern me. I think that's one of the big things here. Jalen Williams, the guard out of Phoenix, he missed a bunch of games this year, but he seems to be back and getting his rhythm. 22 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists in Game 1. Looked like the guy that we saw play a lot in the postseason last year. So I tend to agree, I think, with you on this, J-Dub. I don't think this game is going to be close for the Suns tonight. So I as well will probably take I'll take the Thunder and lay the 17.5 points in this game tonight. Also, the Thunder went big, right? So they started both Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren. So that's 2 7-footers. And, Hartenstein only played 20 minutes in that game. They got out to a big lead. But it's just so much size. In addition to that all-star caliber, backcourt that they have with Jalen Williams, the second-best player on that team, without trying no disrespect to Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams is the second-best player behind Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So, with that size and mobility to defend the rim, unless the Suns come out and shoot some, crazy number like 45% from 3 on a high volume, it's going to be a tall ask. Yeah, Shai was only 5 of 18, still scored 25 points in that game. He's not going to probably shoot that way in this game tonight either. 17 free throws in 3 quarters. Exactly. Yeah. I don't think he played the fourth quarter. He shot 17 free throws. Yeah, that's getting to the line for sure. Dylan Brooks, 18 points. For the Suns, he's going to need to be better shooting as well. He was just 6 of 22. All right, and Mia's here. She was talking basketball. Mia, what do you think? Suns plus 17.5 tonight, or you want to take the Thunder minus 17.5? You think it's going to be a blowout tonight, Thunder and Suns? So you're going to take the Suns and the points. Do you think it's going to be closer than that? J-Dub said you got to come over here and get on the mic. So come over here. We'll get Mia on the mic here. If I had a vote, I'd probably have Mia. We'd probably hire Mia as one of our basketball analysts. Yeah, we should have asked. Ask Riley too before she left here because Riley knows a little bit about basketball. Okay, so Mia is here, ladies and gentlemen. She is one of our promotional teammates here. She does like basketball quite a bit. How long have you been a basketball fan, Mia?
I've been a basketball fan since I was 11. 11? Yes.
Okay, so are the Suns your favorite team, or are you?
No. Well, my favorite pro team is the Pacers.
The Pacers? Why are you a Pacers fan?
I love the way that they move the ball around. They share it. They're not trying to be like super dynamic, obviously. Last year. A+. Mia, you get an A+. Is there something better than an A+? What a great answer.
So this is a tough year for you with all the injuries.
Yeah. Oh man, I was like, on April 12th, I was just waiting patiently for the season to end. It was so bad.
All right, so you're taking the Suns and the 17.5 points tonight. You think they lost by 30 the other night, but you don't think that's going to happen tonight?
No, I don't think they'll do that again.
Do you have a favorite Sun? Who do you like on the Suns, Steve?
I like the Malawak. Kawan Malawak.
Come on, Malawak.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to play a lot tonight.
Or Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen?
Yeah.
We need him.
Hopefully he plays a little bit tonight too.
There you go. Grayson, Grayson, if they're going to shoot that high volume three that J-Dub talked about, they're going to need Grayson Allen in the lineup. For sure. We got Dragon Ball back in the studio as well. Okay, Dragon Ball. So the controversy here is Nick Costos said take the Thunder, Nick Costos said take the Suns in the 17.5. Pat Boyle said take the Thunder and lay the 17.5. What do you think tonight?
Again, they lost by almost 30 the last time out. I don't think that they're going to get bum rushed quite that badly. So. Yeah. Do I think they lose by 16? Sure, I'll take them losing by 16 rather than the 30.
Okay, so you're taking the Suns. So
I'll take the Suns
So we've got a split decision because Mia and Dragon Ball say take the Suns in the 17.5, while J-Dub and I said take the Thunder and lay the 17.5. We need somebody to break the vote. Hey, George Maurice, come over. We need you to break the vote here because we've gotten that. Okay. Suns, Thunder. Are you taking the Thunder and laying the 17.5? Or are you taking the Suns and the 17.5 tonight?
I was listening in and I was thinking about
Let's give George so we can hear him.
So it's a great question. I was listening in, thinking about it, and they did lose by 30 on that first game, but how can they get embarrassed 2 games in a row? I really don't think the Suns are going to do that. So I would take the Suns with the points.
Okay.
Obviously not. And also OKC might be on cruise control, not be thinking. I mean, they could even upset them. I wouldn't bet that
far.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't bet that. However, give me 17.5 points, and I go with the Suns on that.
Here's the scary
I think she had it. Yeah.
Here's the scary thing about it, though. Oklahoma City's cruise control is what the Washington Wizards were doing when they were trying to win.
Good point. Good point. That's their cruise control. You're right.
Even worse than that is if you put the 6th through 10th guys on that bench.
So good.
On the court, they would have a chance. They are so deep.
Oh.
And they're only going to get deeper.
It's true.
Jed, do you have a choice? Are you an NBA guy? Yeah, Jed has no idea.
I just don't think the Suns are going to do – you know what I mean? They got to play better than that.
I don't think they get blown out. Like I said, they don't get blown out by another 20, 25 points tonight. I think that they at least lose by 15 and take some breaks.
We all put $20 on the Suns and take the points.
Huh? Okay.
There
we go.
Got in last night.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Max, get in here.
No, wait, Max, what's Max? Max said who's going to bet him? Okay, so even Max is going to say that you got to take the Suns.
Yeah, I'll bet you on it.
So Max, you're taking the Suns in the 17.5.
Yeah, that's crazy in a playoff game. It's disrespectful.
Okay,
is it not?
Right.
I mean, it's crazy.
All right, so now it's 4-2. So I guess we got to take the Suns and the points.
What'd you say?
Yeah, who's gonna Max? Who's gonna?
Well, Jalen Green's been on a tear.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Grayson Allen didn't play last game.
No.
I don't know why. Do you know why?
Yeah, he's hurt.
Yeah,
he's got a calf injury.
Okay.
Yeah. Hamstring.
Dylan Brooks is going to have a good game, and Devin Booker. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Well, we'll take the Suns and the 17.5 points. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Max. Thanks, George. We'll talk to George coming up after the break. Dragon Ball's getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
For the Cruz and Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together, sponsored by Red Wing Shoes. Just a quick reminder, the 5th Street Improvement Project between Country Club and Wilmot will be fully completed by mid-2027, but the crews are finishing up today's work, milling and paving the south side of 5th Street between Country Club and Alvernon, but they will be back again tomorrow from 7 a.m. till 5 p.m. Once that milling and paving work is done, they'll be following that up with the construction of the center lane, with the entire section here said to be done by sometime in October. And I'm Dragon Ball with your traffic on Wildcats Radio 1290.
This report is sponsored by Brake Masters.
You're close to your journey's end. You're winning half the battle, and then it happens. A rattle. You got this. Just head on over to any Brake Masters stop sign. Download coupons and schedule an appointment from your smartphone.
Brake Masters. We give you an honest break.
Red Wing Shoes and Boots, purpose-built footwear for work done right the first time. Come visit our Oracle and Auto Mall and Broadway and Alfredon locations. Ask about the ultimate fit experience. Red Wing, get the right boot right here, as tough as the people who wear them.
Breaking news for your home. Way Day. Wayfair's big sale is almost here, and you can score the best deals in home. Like up to 80% off everything home. Yes, you heard that right. 80% off with free shipping on everything. Plus surprise flash deals all Way Day long. We're talking outdoor furniture and essentials, rugs, and more. All at Wayfair, and all up to 80% off during Way Day. Shop Wayfair's Way Day from April 25th through 27th.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol-Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put members' success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
My gosh, Ted, why are you digging up the yard?
I'm looking for that stupid pipe. The bathroom drain is still clogged.
Shouldn't we call Goodfellas AC and Plumbing? You know, the professionals?
I found the pipe.
Whatever clogs your drains, leave it to the professionals at Goodfellas AC and Plumbing. The choice your family can count on for quick, reliable plumbing service using Permaliner to fix pipes and drains without digging up the yard. Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Hey, that was our exit. We're gonna miss the first pitch.
Just gotta make a stop at Fry's. I promised I'd bring nachos.
Nice. You have the Upside app too, right?
Upside? What's that?
Upside is a free app that gets you cash back when you buy groceries. And they just added Fry's stores in the Tucson Sierra Vista area.
Wait, I can get money back just for buying groceries?
Yep. And right now you can get an extra $10 bonus on your first Fry's trip with the app. That's up to $25 cash back on one grocery run.
Even this Fry's store right here?
Yes. Now pull over. Let's get some cash back.
Upside is now available for Fry's stores in the Tucson Sierra Vista area. Download the free Upside app and use promo code AZ3 to get a $10 bonus on your first purchase at Fry's. That's promo code AZ3 to get a $10 bonus. Remember, use promo code AZ3.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Everyone loves to get together for food, fun, and sports. But what's the best spot? I'm Josh Bishop, owner of Fork and Fire, Catalina, and Oro Valley. My brother, best friend, and I have been cooking for one another and for our neighbors for years, and we get to live our passion every day at Fork and Fire. At our Catalina Grill, you'll love the elevated bar fare and barbecue, served in our relaxed and fun neighborhood grill. Fork and Fire Catalina, where great food meets good times and a strong community. Bring everyone on down to Fork and Fire in Catalina and Oro Valley.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
Spring is bug season. Go blue with Essential Pest Control. We'll eliminate those bugs, bees, and termites. Stop paying too much with those national providers. Essential Pest Control is a bug's worst nightmare.
I can't sleep at night.
Essential Pest Control. Call 866-3029. EssentialPest.com.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports. The Indiana Fever have tipped off their training camp ahead of the new WNBA season. Despite losing several players to injuries last year, Indiana made it to the league semifinals where they lost in overtime of the decisive Game 5 to eventual champion Las Vegas. Fever star Caitlin Clark played in just 13 games last season, missing most of the year with a groin and ankle injury. Now the two-time WNBA All-Star says she's 100% healthy and ready for a season filled with big expectations for her Indiana squad.
I think I have a great perspective on, camp and not taking anything for granted. Obviously, at this time last year was kind of going through some things, so more than anything, just really excited. I feel really healthy and feel like I put myself in a position to be as healthy as I can be to start the season, and excited with all the people that we brought in. It should be a really fun camp.
The Fever play their first preseason game on Saturday against the New York Liberty. With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Jody Jackson on Westwood One.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy.
Wow, Charles Barkley?
I just moved into the neighborhood. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi?
Yeah, sure, Chuck. That's what the Capital One Cafe is here for. Open 7 days a week at most locations.
Oh, can I use your ATM? My dog walker only takes cash.
Anything for a neighbor.
Can I try the catchphrase?
Sure, take it for a spin.
There's no fees and minimums on Capital One checking accounts.
Nice, Chuck. I'll take it from here. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com/bankguide for details. Capital One, a member FDIC.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, we're coming to you live back again at Showtime Cards here on Speedway. It is Wild Card Wednesday, our March appearance here. We'll be back, April. I'm losing track of my months.
Already.
First time we've had a chance to talk to George since the end of the NCAA tournament. We had to actually move the show back because we thought, George, we were going to be potentially celebrating a parade or something
right.
that first weekend.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
Unfortunately, it did not occur. But just kind of your thoughts on the Wildcats getting back to the Final Four and that run.
Oh, it was tremendous. I mean, obviously, what we waited for, and it would have been a disaster had we not gotten into it, and it was still, very successful season. And then now people are like, oh, but it was such a blowout. But hey, we're there, and that's the first step, After that, we can focus on maybe doing it again or somewhere further, which I definitely think is going to happen. Obviously, he needed to get that monkey off his back, I don't think it was disappointing at all. I think it was great,
Detroit next year will be the site of the Final Four. So
really?
We'll see if we can get to Detroit next year. That'll be interesting. For sure. All right, so I want to ask you before we open up. So we're going to open up a neon box of Disney cards. I told you my wife loves Disney. So what do we got? Let's first talk a little bit about what we've got in this.
So one of our guys does that works here, Ricky. He does the non-sports trading cards.
Okay.
So we have the gaming, and then we also have sports, and then they have non-sports, which are you can have Stranger Things, you can have Star Wars, which does tremendous. Anything that's non-sports, Disney does well. I didn't know it did that well. But we had these in different products. So they have, these are your blaster boxes, more affordable. Then they have megas. That's an in-between. Then they have a hobby box, which is a real high-end, $250 price point on those. Those are sold out already. This product released a week ago. And he's like, hey, George, please reorder this. And I was like, no, I'm not going to reorder Disney, And now I'm thinking, like, we might reorder. I should have bought them, and they go up as, believe it or not, they go up with time. So if you have a box, sometimes it's nice just to collect the sealed box. That's actually the best investment, believe it or not. Nobody can do it because you want to open it and see what's inside.
So you have distributors that are calling you, trying to sell you on different boxes and that kind of thing, or is that
they don't even call anymore? We're begging them.
You're begging them.
We're begging them. Please let me know. So Topps gives you the initial allocation. How many you can get direct from them. Could be a case, couple of cases. How many years you've been in business? Luckily for us, we've been in business a long time. Then after that, you have to go to your distributor, and they go up. Once you get to the distributor level, they go up with market price. So if the price on the product goes up, our even wholesale price goes up.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's how. And you can also. What's cool is we could actually sell back to distributors or something. I mean, we don't need to. We have great clientele, customers, but you can, and that's why people sometimes save sealed boxes because they have great value.
Now, we were talking about earlier at the top of the show, obviously, Pokemon, was, like you mentioned, helped save your business. That is a non-sports card. And obviously that, we I think a few weeks ago or a few months ago, we opened up some boxes of different trading cards, some of the other fantasy genres and whatnot. So I went home. I had to go home to Philadelphia last week, and so I was hanging around with my two nieces. They're both under 5.
Wow!
And they're watching this South Korean anime show called Catch Teeny Ping. And I was like, I'd never heard of this show, but I was kind of getting into it, watching them, and I was like, there's got to be, as I'm watching it, I got to go back and I got to ask George, like, do some of these anime shows that come over, that transition in the United States from South Korea and Japan and whatnot, is there a large trading card avenue for those shows? Because they're kind of out of that Pokemon genre.
Sure. It is. It's it's more what they do with those. I mean, obviously Japan is the big one, but South Korea probably has 5 big ones, that we're not really as familiar. They're not at the trading card stage yet. They do what's called the manga, which is the book. And the book they read, or it's kind of like a comic book trade paperback, and they read them, and you actually go backwards instead of left to right. You go right to left. It's so weird. But
it's like driving on the other side of the road.
It really
right?
is. It totally is. It's so weird reading the book like that. It was like, even today. But we're laughing. It's got great humor. That stuff is so funny. It's so neat. They just came out with this one on Netflix. It's called One Piece, the live action, which is regular actors and all that. One Piece is tremendous. It's tremendous manga. I mean, he set all the records, and they do a trading card game here. It's called One Piece. But South Korean, it's coming. It's coming soon. Yep. By the time the girls get to that age of collecting 9, 10,
right.
There's going to be cards out there.
They'll have that. All right, so let's open up. Let's open
do
up
some neon.
A neon, and then we'll open up each another pack of the basketball cards and see if I can maybe draw me a Wildcat in one of my packs there. All right, so.
And if you guys are listening to this show, definitely get on the platform where you could see, so you can see the beauty of the cards.
Yeah.
Because they're really gorgeous.
So neon, what neon? Any the reason for that name, or is it just?
I wished Ricky was here because he's very familiar.
So there's only 5 cards, and there's a reason just 5 cards in these.
5 cards,
yeah.
And they have a couple exclusives.
Okay.
It says 2 exclusive Diamante parallels, guaranteed per box. There's autographs. There's autographs of the voice actors on these.
Oh wow!
Some of them are big names,
All right, so I've got. I probably won't know any of these characters. I've got Shank. Shank is from Slaughter Race. It's a game. It's a racing gritty racing game called Slaughter Race. So Shank. All right, there you go. So, so some of these are. It looks like some of these are chrome and some are not.
Yep,
so
those are
that
foils.
One looks like
that's a
one.
foil.
Now that looks like somebody I might recognize. My cousin was watching the show, and she's like, "You're looking over your glasses," and that's because I can't see with these glasses I have on. Jimmy Cricket, Jimmy Cricket. I know Jimmy Cricket.
He was great.
Yeah, exactly. That's my genre or generation right there. So I at least know Jimmy Cricket. Okay, so let's see who else we got here. I've got Chicken Little.
Same.
Can't go wrong with Chicken Little. And Mushu. That's one of those. That's a dragon-looking character from. Let's see, which one? Mulan. So that's Mulan, right there. Mushu. And Syndrome. That looks like some type of disease, right? Syndrome. Syndrome, as a boy, Buddy Pine all but worshiped Mr. Incredible.
He is the. Yep.
There you go. Syndrome. He tracked down, eliminated former supers, and created inventions that would get everyone powers so that being super would no longer be special. So there you go. I don't know Syndrome. but there you go. So I got at least a couple that I recognize.
Yeah.
Chicken Little and Jimmy Cricket.
And I was trying to go online.
Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy
yep.
Cricket.
Jiminy, that was great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I was online. I was trying to figure out what the neon and it's basically just the colorful, thing of the Disney family. Disney bought Pixar many years ago because they were successful with Toy Story. But so there's Pixar in here, but that's basically what the packs look like. Product's incredible. I got art. He looks like he's from Monsters. Yep, from the Fraternity Monster University.
Okay.
Mal, she could be daughter.
Mal.
Mal.
That sounds like
one of the villains.
Yeah,
from,
it's a villain. Okay.
Yep, and then Goofy, a Goofy movie. That's pretty cool. Lilo from Lilo and Stitch.
Hey, I know Lilo and Stitch. That's a popular one.
And then the movie The Cars, Jackson Storm. So, and then it looks like the design and the base is all based like neon colors. So it's just colorful. It's nice.
All right, let's before we get to this next break.
And these aren't too bad. They're
20.
I believe these are $25 a box.
$25 a box. All right. All right, so let's get to another basketball set here.
Yeah, that's fun.
We'll jump to. So I've got Trae Young, who is no longer a Atlanta Hawk, so that one might not be worth as much.
And the Hawks did upset New York last night.
Yes, they did.
That was incredible.
Yes, I think we lost money on that game too.
Right.
we have not won any of these
We're
bets.
going to make it up
so
tonight.
If we lose money now on taking the Suns in the 17.5, that's your point. That's your fault.
Yes, I know.
You broke the tie. Julius Randle.
Nice.
But here we go. We got another. I think this is our second Benedict Mathurin. We got another Benedict Mathurin, although it's still him in the Indy jersey. So how soon will there be Benedict Mathurin Clipper cards?
Hopefully by the end of the year. I mean, there might be a couple of products, but yeah, they'll get them in there.
Okay.
They'll get them in the Clippers.
Joel Embiid. Yeah, he never
Let
plays.
me see the
but there you
Mathurin,
go. Never plays. Onika Okongwa. Onika Okongwa. Am I saying that right, J-Dub? Yeah. Onika Okongwa?
Yes.
Okay. With
That was
the Atlanta
great.
Hawks. Okay, so now my Chrome card here is Young Kings. Is that the name of a player? Young Kings?
Or is that the insert?
I'm sorry.
No, that's the
I'm
insert.
Sorry, Kawhi Leonard.
Yep. There
now,
you go.
So what is the Young? Is that
That's
just
the name of the insert.
The name of the insert is
Young Kings. Yep.
Okay. All right. I was about to say
I've
I've not heard of a player named Young Kings.
The only king is the closest one is LeBron. The self-pronounced king.
Okay.
You know,
And
somebody listening right now is going to name their son Young. It's going to happen.
Young, last name Kim.
All right, my last NBA card, and this one is Kyle Filipowski for the Utah Jazz. The Jazz have some exciting young players. You got to figure they're going to start winning eventually. I don't know.
I mean, they're drafting some drafts.
Yeah.
They've had 3 first-rounders, so eventually they get good.
And so my 3 college players here, I got all 3 male. I got Devin McLaughlin from Vanderbilt in this pack. I got Jeremiah Wilkinson from Georgia. And I got Sadiq White from Syracuse. I think the other player we got earlier is actually in the transfer portal. The kid from, I think we drew a card from Houston, the youngster from Houston earlier.
That's going to be embarrassing, right? Like when you get a guy with like one jersey on his card and he doesn't play for that team.
No. Yeah, exactly. It's the kid, Isaiah Harwell. He was the college player from Houston we drafted. He is in the transfer portal, so he'll be somewhere else.
Right now, season
Who
for
knows?
the transfer
Maybe
portal.
He'll be here. You never
Do I
know.
have time for a quick
Yeah,
pass?
absolutely.
All right, let me.
We'll extend.
Let me
this
see
segment
if
so
I have
George
any
can see
luck.
if he gets
Isaiah
anybody.
Collier.
Okay.
Jeremiah Fears, New Orleans
Ooh,
rookie.
there you go. Yeah,
Yep.
Jeremiah Fears.
That's not too shabby.
No, yeah.
Jalen Williams. So he's
That's
the one
kid,
that
yeah.
went. He's an Arizona
That's the kid from Arizona.
Yep.
Yeah,
We love him.
Which high school was he?
The big one in Chandler.
Yeah, I think he was at Gilbert. Gilbert. Gilbert.
It's the big one that they all went to. I mean, there was a lot of athletes from that, including the quarterback from
Purdy.
Brock
Yeah,
Purdy.
yeah.
Yep. Zachary Reichier.
Yeah, Gilbert Perry. Thank
Yep.
you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Perry High.
Dort.
Ooh.
He's Canadian. He's a friend of Ben Matherin's.
ASU.
Yep.
Yeah, ASU Sun
Yep.
Devil.
Boo. There you go.
Yeah, Luke out Storts.
That's right. Greatness loading. This is Jace
Ooh.
Richardson with Orlando Magic, who's playing right now, and the game looks pretty close.
Yeah, Orlando's winning, or maybe they're down.
Are they
2.
winning? Wow.
I can't see.
They're down a couple.
Down 2.
Yeah, that's a good. Yep.
All right.
John Tanji, Utah Jazz rookie.
There's another. See, there's a lot of Jazz. I think he's like the 4th or 5th Jazz card we've picked.
One of these days, that team's going to grow up and be good.
There.
Yep.
Sooner or later.
They just need an Ace Bailey to round it all out. That's their best young player.
Right. Yeah, he is. Yep. Davis Foley, Gonzaga.
Okay.
And then we have Alea Crump, Texas.
All right, she's not the one. I know there was a Texas girl that went into the portal.
And
I don't think that was
Bopey
her.
Miller. I just spoke to one of the assistant coaches, David Miller from Texas, and he had a question on this product on the Bowman, and then we started chatting a little.
Yeah,
and he said
David Miller was on Sean's staff here.
He was on Sean's staff here. Yep,
yeah, I
yep.
remember that name.
And he's over there in Texas with them, and he said they're busy. They're going to have a tremendous.
They are, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right now they're #1 in the portal.
Yeah, he said one
Texas,
or two.
Yeah,
yep,
they're number 1 in the portal right now.
Yeah, so. I mean, it helps when they do surprisingly well.
Boatloads of oil money.
I know. They really do.
If Sean doesn't win there, then, I don't think you're going to win anywhere. There's so much money.
Especially what he did in that tournament.
There.
They're giving them. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You need a plane. You need whatever you need.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they did invite me to the game, so I'm excited.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
There you go. George, I always appreciate the opportunity to chat
pleasure.
with you, and we'll do it again next month.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Don't forget my 2 boxes.
Yeah, I'll make sure I get those before we leave. Dragon Ball getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5s with your traffic and your weather.
From Cruisin' Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, this is Wildcat Radio, talking traffic and weather together. Incident with property damage slowing things down mightily at West Valencia Road and South Hildreth Avenue. Westbound Valencia slowing down mightily. This is just east of Cardinal, so be prepared for that. Meanwhile, the left lane of eastbound and westbound I-10 near Emprida Road will be remaining closed throughout the spring of 2026. There will be slowing and a speed limit reduction to 55 miles per hour there. Your weather is still sitting at about 86 degrees now. That cool down coming. Tomorrow, the high will be at 83. I'm Dragon Ball, the Wildcat Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Once you dabble in Taco Bell's Lux boxes, including the $5, $7, and $9 box with its triple-double crunch wrap, you might think dinner includes a chauffeur. It doesn't. However, it does include a drink. Choose your Lux box at Taco Bell today. For a limited time while supplies last. Specialty drinks excluded. Tax extra.
Wendy's new Biggie Deals lets you choose whatever you're in the mood for. It's like a music mixing board of deals, and you're the producer. Go with some chill folk music with a JBC in the $4 Biggie Bite snack. Try the drum and bass of deals with a double stack in the $6 Biggie Bag. Or go full-on sandwich symphony with an $8 Biggie Bundle, the grand finale of snacking. And the best part? They all come with napkins. $4, $6, and $8 Biggie Deals how you want them at Wendy's.
Price and participation may vary. Single items at regular price. Prices may be higher in Alaska, California, and Hawaii.
At Kohl's, spring style starts with the season's best shoe sale and continues with 15% off the rest of your looks. But with great outfits from Kohl's, what happens next is unexpected. Strangers ask where you shop. The breeze feels like it's blowing just for you. Your kids pose for photos willingly. Yep, great spring outfits can do that kind of thing. Find yours at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Select styles offers end April 26th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Looking for top-notch lumber and framing? Johnson Manley Lumber has been your trusted expert since 1970, specializing in both residential and commercial projects. Our experienced teams, cutting-edge technology, and reliable supply chain ensure your framing is on time and on budget every time. We're proud to be employee-owned and community-rooted in Tucson. Learn more at johnsonmanley.net. Proud supporter of the University of Arizona radio broadcast. Go Wildcats!
Yet.
That's how fast we are, man.
Just as I thought, this AC is out.
No, we're not gonna lose it. Come on, come on. Don't you die on me!
Johnson, get a hold of yourself. Sorry, we take this very seriously.
Wow, you fellas are good.
It's not just a name, ma'am.
It's who we are kind of thing.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. Goodfellasac.com.
Hey, that was our exit. We're gonna miss the first pitch. Just gotta make a stop at Fry's. I promised I'd bring nachos. Nice. You have the Upside app too, right? Upside? What's that? Upside is a free app that gets you cash back when you buy groceries. And they just added Fry's stores in the Tucson Sierra Vista area. Wait, I can get money back just for buying groceries? Yep. And right now you can get an extra $10 bonus on your first Fry's trip with the app. That's up to $25 cash back on one grocery run. Even this Fry's store right here? Yes. Now pull over. Let's get some cash back on those nachos.
Upside is now available for Fry's stores in the Tucson Sierra Vista area. Download the free Upside app and use promo code AZ3 to get a $10 bonus on your first purchase at Fry's. That's promo code AZ3 to get a $10 bonus. Remember, use promo code AZ3.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Full Send Golf.
You guys know how much I really love golf. I think every week would be dope to post on the golf channel. I want to get a lot of guests on here.
Salim's going to take lead. I'm down to be in it. It's not really work to play golf.
Join the party on the golf course.
I was like, let's go to the range.
Oh.
So what are we putting on it?
We said 10K, right?
10K?
All right. We probably bet more than all the other golf channels, right? 10K, 9 holes. Those guys bet for like cookies.
I feel like I'm going to shank it.
This guy's been trading like a Navy SEAL when it comes to golf.
I'm very excited. You excited?
Yeah.
Full Send Golf. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Defensive Player of the Year Victor Wembanyama sustained a concussion in the second quarter of last night's Spurs loss to the Portland Trailblazers. The Trailblazers tied the series up at a game apiece. Wembanyama won't be able to return to full participation for 48 hours and will then have to be cleared before he can return to play in a full game. Game 3 is on Friday night in Portland. We'll see if Wembanyama can return to that game. I'm Adam Abdallah.
Save $10 on a pair of Bosch Focus wiper blades. Our professional parts people will even install them for free at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
DK on the Sports Tip. Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, final segment of our show from out here at Showtime Cards. Come on out and get you one of those Bowman basketball boxes. I've got 2 boxes here. There you go, J-Dub, right there. I got your 2 boxes ready to go for you.
I got your cash right here.
All right. I think you got a little bit of maybe a little extra discount as well. So $39.99, no. $39.99 today and tomorrow if you want to come and get one of those Bowman boxes. Those are some cool basketball trading cards there.
And listeners, if you missed out earlier, there are Arizona Wildcats in those boxes who
Yes.
potentially could be in the NBA next year.
That's
So
right. That's
it's close
right.
to home.
He drew a Braden Burries card, and so there you go. All right, last night, the Utah Mammoth, the former Arizona Coyotes, won their first non-COVID playoff game since 2012. Excitement for the Mammoth in Las Vegas.
Up the boards, Kyler Yamamoto gives way. Gunther's got it. He brings it in. Gunther getting around his man. Gunther with a shot. Stop, off the pipe. They score! Logan Cooley with the go-ahead goal. It's 3-2 Utah. 8 seconds to go. In behind the net. Back out high. Fanning on it. Another shot. Clear to the corner. Out of the zone. Utah series tie. And the Utah Mammoth, terrific here tonight. And they now have home ice advantage.
3-2 the final in Las Vegas, heading back to Salt Lake City for Game 3 on Friday. Logan Cooley has scored a goal in each of the first 2 games of this series. Dylan Guenther also big, a goal and an assist. Let's hear from those 2 guys a little bit after the ball game on the first playoff win in Utah franchise history and the first for this franchise as a whole in over 14 years.
This question can be for both of you, but we've talked so much about calmness and composure and poise, especially in the playoffs. How does the difference on the bench in terms of the demeanor help you guys when you're out there and keep your level head?
Yeah, it's big. I think there's a lot of emotions in these playoff games, a lot of ups and downs, and I think you have to just find a way to stay level-headed. Different things happen, good calls, bad calls, different momentum swings, and I think we did a good job of staying level-headed, and that's what we need to do moving forward.
Yeah, I think it's contagious too. I mean, when everyone's lifting each other up, it's a good feeling. I think it feels like we're always in it no matter what. So I think that has to keep going.
Logan, you talked about watching these games growing up as a kid, getting those game winners. What did that one feel like tonight in your first ever or your second playoff game?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's nice to get the win. It's a big goal and a big moment, and it's nice that we could kind of get the series tied up heading back home.
A lot of talk about intensity and bringing that for a full 60-minute effort pregame. What did you guys see out of that area of your team's game tonight?
Yeah, I thought it was great. I mean, it's hard. I mean, you lose the first game, and the next one's important. And we talked about being level-headed kind of since training camp, so we did a really good job of that. And we'll enjoy this one, take a little time off, and get ready for the next.
Yeah, Utah with like 7 players who had never played in a playoff game prior to Game 1 of this series in Las Vegas the other night. A lot of young players, including Logan Cooley, just 21 years old, and now they've got a shot to maintain home ice advantage and try to win a series for the first time since 2012. All right, let's give you your Casino del Sol replay for today.
The Casino del Sol replay is brought to you by Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
All right, Mabeel Mawoot is a redshirt freshman forward for Arizona basketball. We had a chance to catch up with him earlier today. He's got a great foundation thing going on. I asked him as if he's put on some pounds in his first year at the Arizona under Body by Rounds, Chris Rounds, and I asked him if he'd ever lifted like he had in his first year, if he'd ever lifted like that before as a basketball player.
No, I'll be lying if I said I did, but, it was pretty cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was really pretty cool, just, seeing, the work that goes into, all these things. But, yeah, it was pretty cool.
How much stronger do you think you are now to when you got here?
A lot more stronger, to be honest. I went through a season playing against Tove more and core every practice. So I'm pretty confident I got stronger somewhere or the other.
Mabeel Mawoot, there you go. Mabeel Mawoot joining us here, Arizona Wildcats redshirt freshman guard. So Mabeel, you've got a program that you've started. It's from the Nile to the world, building futures through basketball, trying to get resources to some of the youth in your home country of the South Sudan. How did this all come about?
Sure. Thank you. Children now, is an initiative I've been, thinking about for a while now. Just being in this position, playing for University of Arizona, I'm blessed, more than blessed, just being in this position and just, simple gesture of me giving back to community, for example, the Shooter Nations that I'm going to be doing right now, where I'll collect these dues, send them back home to, the kids. Hopefully, I hope this brings change, hope, and positive impact, in their lives, knowing that, they can achieve anything and they can, anything is possible.
And it's not just obviously you're starting with the shoe drive and maybe to get other types of equipment, but how do you want to grow this? You want to grow this to camps and those kind of things for kids back home?
Yeah, sure. Our program is, is 3-in-1. We have, like, of course, the first one that was the basketball camps and clinics that we hope to hold, multi-day basketball camps and clinics for the boys and girls, where they'll, be equipped with these skills of, basic skills of basketball fundamentals, leadership on and off the court, and, just like giving them, the joy of the game, like the joy the game brings, to people, unifying people. Our second program is, like the mentorship and leadership program, where we'll assign, these youths with, some of these mentors that have success in their different, parts of walks of life, where they will instill, discipline, they'll instill character, and, just, give them hope that, they can, achieve anything they want to achieve. And lastly, we have the community and youth development program, where we hope to, leave long-lasting impact in these communities that we're going to serve, through, like, for example, the basic shoe donations that we're going to do through gear drives. In the future, we look to, have infrastructure development down along the line. And, just, building leaders, who are confident, who have skills and want to lead a young nation. That's South Sudan.
Today's Casino del Sol replay is brought to you by Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
Awesome things that Mabil Mawoot is doing. Again, childrenofthenile.org, childrenofthenile.org. Check out that website, and you can go there and donate to his cause to help him accomplish all the goals that he is trying to accomplish. All right, that is going to...
if you missed either of those interviews, they're both up on our app and our website, and I did put a link there to Mabil's charity if anybody wants to go and help out.
Awesome. Appreciate that from J.W. Madden. All right, thanks to Mabil Mawoot. Thanks to Carly Cisneros and Reagan also for joining us on the show. The Reagan Homer, the beach volleyball tournament starts tomorrow, 9 a.m. Wildcats will be playing at 10:15 against TCU and 12:45 against ASU. We'll be down there doing our show, wrapping things up for you tomorrow, so join us out there. Thanks to JW Madden. Thanks to Dragon Ball as well. Cricket is off today. My name is David Kelly. That's our time for tonight. Thanks to George Maurice and all his folks, Max and everybody out here, as well as Mia and Jet. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 3 o'clock. You're listening to Wildcats Radio, 1290.
From the Cruz and Associates Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center, this is Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic.
Awesome. All set.
Both
Thanks, man.
of Euclid Avenue, South
thank
Speedway
you.
Boulevard experience some curb lane restrictions through the
Hey,
end of
DK.
May for pedestrian and bike.
Offer ends May 3rd, 2026.
In Tucson, people believe in hard work and standing by their neighbors. At Cruz & Associates, we believe in doing the same for our clients. If a serious accident leaves you or your loved one injured, we're here to help. Call 520-567-8000. Cruz & Associates, a firm you know, help you can trust.
You know the feeling. That rush when you reach that goal? Make somebody brag a little back home? That's success. And at University of Maryland Global Campus, we believe you should never stop chasing it. That's why UMGC offers an accredited skills-based education that helps move your career forward. We'll teach you how to apply emerging technologies like AI and data science, plus build your skills in leadership, communication, and critical thinking. Explore more than 135 degrees and certificates in business, cybersecurity, healthcare, and more. With affordable and online programs, you can unlock new opportunities to help you succeed again. At UMGC, success is yours for the taking and the making, and nothing should keep you from it, especially not an application fee. Apply now and we'll waive your application fee. Classes start May 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. That's umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair. Spring is here and we've already experienced hot weather. Is your air conditioner ready for the long hot summer? For the month of April, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing will be offering a $99 home wellness plan for all new customers. This includes your spring maintenance, fall maintenance, and a plumbing maintenance. Call now 520-492-0748 or make your appointment online at picturerockscooling.com.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
Hey, that was our exit. We're going to miss the first pitch.
Just got to make a stop at Fry's. I promised I'd bring nachos.
Nice. You have the Upside app too, right?
Upside? What's that?
Upside is a free app that gets you cash back when you buy groceries. And they just added Fry's stores in the Tucson Sierra Vista area.
Wait, I can get money back just for buying groceries?
Yep. And right now you can get an extra $10 bonus on your first Fry's trip with the app. That's up to $25 cash back on one grocery run.
Even this Fry's store right here?
Yes. Now pull over. Let's get some cash back on those nachos.
Upside is now available for Fry's stores in the Tucson Sierra Vista area. Download the free Upside app and use promo code AZ3 to get a $10 bonus on your first purchase at Fry's. That's promo code AZ3 to get a $10 bonus. Remember, use promo code AZ3.
Offers vary by user and location at participating merchants. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
A family office is a team built to handle the three biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm, under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today.
520-200-1600. That's 520-200-1600.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media Station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. We are your home for Arizona athletics. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Shuts down. The games light up. This is BetMGM Tonight on Westwood One Sports.